Hello everyone, today I would like to tell you a short talk audience. Number one, firstly, the speaker welcome to Introduction to Economics. Then the textbook for that course, Economics for the New Millennium, was available at the university bookstore. Next, the speaker said the bride was a bit steep, however, it will well with it. And after that, the speaker suggested bringing the book to the next class. Finally, um, there would be two exams, a midterm and the final. In addition to which, they would write several short research papers. Number two, firstly, the speaker reminds our employees to be aware of their return policy. Do you accept any returns from customers without dated receipt? Then, the speaker suggested making sure all return items were in good condition before accepting them. Next, checking carefully because they had problems in the past with a customer returning a damaged goods. After that, they issue stock credit, not cash for return, and finally, tell him if they received any complaint about that. Number three, firstly, the speaker introduced Dr. Galbraith's office. Then, the speaker suggested hanging up and calling an ambulance if they would like to make an appointment or ask for medical advice. Next, the speaker suggested calling back during regular office hours. Next, the day was opening from 10 to 6, Monday through Friday, and from 9 to 10 on the first Saturday of each month. And after that, the speaker suggested making an appointment because they didn't accept walk-ins. And finally, the speaker thanked them for cooperation. Number four, firstly, the speaker suggested reminding the passengers that they would be landing shortly. Next, checking to make sure our seat belt was fastened. After that, turning off the cell phones and recording device. Finally, finding out if there was anyone with small children requiring extra assistance, or if anyone needs help getting to connecting flight. Number five, firstly, the speaker introduced the public service announcement brought by Radio XYZ. Next, because of the route, the government official was asking all city residents to conserve water, not to fill swimming pool or garden until further notice. After that, the government suggested doing that on voluntary basis if the situation becomes severe. Finally, if it were possible, that fine would be imposed. Stay tuned to Radio XYZ for all the latest updates. Number 6. Firstly, the speaker thanked them for calling the city hotline their information source for all the city events. Then press 1 for the theater and the ticket orders. Next, press 2 for the museum information and the lecture series at the art museum, and the foreign film series at the history museum. After that, press 3 to hear about upcoming sport events at the city stadium, and finally, stay on the line to speak to an operator. Number 7. Firstly, the speaker said the history museum were their last stop that day and they would spend 2 hours there. Next, recording to them of their last the front of the desk for a small fee, and the speaker said he also had a free international brochure about permanent the exhibits for anyone who interested. And finally, the speaker suggested returning to the bus no later than 5:30, and the bus would take them to their hotel, and they would enjoy dinner and an evening program. Number 8. Firstly, the speaker said they had heavy traffic that morning because of a car breakdown on Route 1 near the airport. Next, avoid Route 1 if it or possible. In addition, road construction was slowing traffic over the city bridge. Finally, be prepared for long, slow drive to work if they could take the bus or subway. Number 9. Firstly, the speaker introduced Institute skilled computer technicians. Next, graduate of technology computer was highly trained skilled technicians able to handle all their routine technical problems. Finally, all institute graduates were eligible to become certified computer technicians hired one day. Number 10. Firstly, the speaker said buying a home can be confusing, especially in today's market. Next, the first step was obtain a loan from the bank. After that, to apply for a home mortgage, they would need to get the necessary paperwork from the bank officer. And finally, they would have to have proof of their income and financial assets. Thank you for your watching.